Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here, and welcome to This Week in WoW for the week of April 5th. Still inching towards a Mythic Plus affix schedule, but not quite there yet, so we can't get started with the Mythic Plus affixes quite yet. However, we'll just jump right into what's going on in the game. This week we do have the Darkmoon Fair going on. I mentioned this last week, but I'm going to be getting the Darkmoon Fair mount, the main mount, this week, and I'm very excited for that. It's a pretty cool mount. As always, you can get rep, you can get extra experience, you can get toys, mounts, prizes. There's a new dance thing there. It's a dance game. It's very silly, but if you do the achievement for it, you actually get a toy. That's kind of cool. You could show off in front of your raid or guild that you have this toy, and they'll have no idea how you got it. So that's kind of cool. We also have the March of the Tadpoles going on. I don't really remember this. Maybe I'll go check it out. I'm not sure. But the Winterfin Murlocs of Borean Tundra complete their trip across the West Rift. So what I do know is that there was like a Murloc pet that was added at the end of BFA, beginning of Shadowlands. I don't remember exactly when it was. And I did a video on how to get it. And I wonder if this has anything to do with that. Honestly, I don't really remember that happening. We also have a Sepultura the First One's Raid Finder wing opening. So this will be the third wing, so not the final one. That'll be around the announcement date for the next expansion. This is the probably maybe you'll have Anduin in it though, I'd imagine. So you could at least farm your head tier set starting this week. We have PvP Brawl Arethi Blizzard going on this week. And we have the World Quest bonus event going on this week. Again, World Quest, I hope that's not something that they get rid of. I hope they bring it back to like BFA or Legion style in the next expansion. And get rid of whatever they did to them in Shadowlands. Because they're just awful. I used to love World Quest. I've done as many World Quest, not as many as anyone, but, you know, other than like the really, really high completionists, I've done so many World Quests in Legion and BFA. And I just don't do them anymore. Which is really... unfortunate because it's something I actually like to do in the game, so it's very unfortunate that I don't do them anymore. Other than that, I do think I might have forgot to mention. I'm not sure. I know I've been mentioning that it was coming up, but the Mage Tower starting last week is now open fully, so it'll never close again, and so you can work on all the mount stuff, try to get all the class sets and all that kind of stuff. That is open for anyone to do now. And do so freely. We also had the leak of the expansion name. So on April 19th, we'll be getting the official, probably a video about the expansion and stuff like that. But the name leaked via the Blizzard website. Maybe it was on purpose. Maybe the person who did it got fired. Who knows? But it appears to be that the name will be Dragonflight. This could just be a troll, but most likely not. Because the way it was leaked was the pre-purchase stuff that's going to be added to the website, most likely on April 19th, was like in the source code on the website. And so like that would be a weird, that it's not impossible, but that'd just be a weird way to leak the name on purpose, or to try to trick the player base or whatever, is by having the heroic edition, deluxe edition, epic edition, whatever, in with the name of it. So I just think that'd be a little bit odd. If you follow this channel or any larger channel that even somewhat covers lore and story of World of Warcraft, you would know that a dragon expansion has been expected for probably over a year now. Dragons have kind of been the everything that has been hinted to has been something to do with dragons. That's why a lot of like the leaks have been Dragon Isles themed, and that's just because that's kind of where it has always been looking like it was going to go, and this just kind of confirms that. So not too surprised there. This week for me, I will have a Rep Paladin guide update. That'll be either today, Tuesday, or maybe more likely Wednesday, but I'm not sure which one. And I'll have an update for with all the Rep Paladin changes and buffs. That will change some things, especially in the talents and stuff like that. So I will have a update there to keep everyone along. I used to have to do updates in BFA, I think, quite often. I didn't have to do many this expansion, which is fine. But This is definitely the earliest I've had to do an update. I literally put out the guide like a month or a few weeks later. I already have to update it. But I will be doing that this week. And other than that, progressing Mythic finally. My character in a big guild or like a high end guild would be bricked. I still do not have my 4 set. I do not have a good weapon, and I feel terrible. With just weapon plus 4 set would be about 1400 DPS for my character. So I'm literally out there hitting with a wet noodle, and it doesn't feel great, honestly. I might do another video on this, but I honestly preferred Azerite armor to tier sets. I prefer anything to tier sets. And then the weapons with effects on them, I mean, that can be rough too, because those end up being really, really strong, whether it's Jathis, whether it's Gavel of the Arbiter. Those end up being quite strong, and if you don't get one, then you're just way weaker than everybody else. It just doesn't feel great. So I wish that I'll talk about this in a separate video. I think it's worth doing a video on about the gearing system and the improvements that could be made to it. Something that I've been talking about actually a lot lately, and I think it just could be a lot better. So definitely something that I'm going to be looking into talking about to get behind with all the other creators that have talked about this and maybe make a change there. And it's not a big change, just maybe it's something similar to the badge system of Wrath of Lich King. So it's not like it wouldn't be something that they haven't done before. So nothing controversial or anything. But yeah, that's about it this week. Mostly looking forward to April 19th as far as big WoW news and stuff like that. Obviously, there'll be tons to talk about then. 9.2.5 PTR, Horde Alliance crossover play. I mean, lots of good stuff coming up. Lots of stuff to talk about. And I'm pretty generally excited for World of Warcraft right now, honestly. So hopefully everyone else is as well. That's it for this week. As always, I do ask you to please subscribe to the channel. Helps me out so much. And other than that, everybody, have a good one.